3v3 faction war. This is Tartarus Harbor and Chaos versus Imperial Guard Game 2. Unchanged Chaos team. We have X-File, also known as X-Ray Dog here. Plays a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and destructive commander with a bunch of spells. Starts off in melee combat. This is Thousand Suns. Alongside is Tyger with his recolored word bearers. Plays a Chaos Lord, durable and destructive commander. Walks through cover and cannot be suppressed. Very good offense and disruption. And rounding out the blue team for Chaos is DJ Raffa with a Plague Champion. Starts out range combat with his damage over time bolter. Can get melee weapons. Good versatility. Can also build turrets and repair, but lacks mobility. For the Imperial Guard, Stoned and Pibb, both rocking Commissar Lords. These are offensive and support commanders that fight in melee combat. Begin with this energy shield. And alongside is Dark Riku as an Inquisitor, offensive commander that fights in melee combat by default. Can get ranged weapons, lots of great stuns and snares, and some support as well. So kicking off mid. All three victory points contested on this map. South, center and north. Is quite a small map, north to south, but relatively long east to west. 499, 490 early on, a 2-to-1 for Chaos. Can they get a triple here? They might. Sentinel up for Riku and Stoned. I don't think a Sentinel is a great idea on this map. Some very tight areas where it could get stuck or otherwise impeded and taken down. Chaos Space Marines in retreat for X-File, who's going for double Chaos Space Marines. DJ Raffa also going for double Chaos Space Marines. How can Chaos do better in this game then? They were doing pretty well last time, but had that really bad engagement and never really recovered. I think they missed Raptors, I think they missed Noise Marines. Maybe we'll see some in this game. 499, 479. I'm surprised we haven't seen them try triple Chaos Lords as well, which might be pretty nasty versus Imperial Guard, or maybe triple Plague Champions or something. All three commanders do have some pretty nasty things they can do to Imperial Guard though. Chaos Sorcerer has Icon of Tzeentch, which you didn't see in the last game, which can absolutely decimate light infantry squads. These Chaos Space Marines trying to force melee. This is DJ Raffa with his recolored word bearers black. Most people seem to recolor their word bearers these days. Mine are recolored to look like Death Guard. 483, 479. Sentinel with the ground pound upgrade for Stoned, and Riku also has the ground pound upgrade up. Pibb going straight into some Catechins from double guardsmen. We have a Havoc squad up for Tyger, and Noise Marines on the way for X-File. Double Chaos Space Marines and Noise Marines could be very, very nasty early on. Look at that Doom Bolts taking over half the hit points of these guardsmen. Heretics coming in these in their default state. Both heretic variants so good against guardsmen. 463, 479, 2-to-1 cap now for the Imperial Guard. No sign of the combi flamer yet, but Tyger spending his power early on his Havocs. There is Hammer of the Witches stunning and damaging that Chaos Lord. Is now going to try and look for a kill the weak. Missed the opportunity there. There is the Holy Pyre, Holy Brazier up for the Inquisitor. She did so well with it last game. Multi-lash turret is up. This is Dark Riku's. 447, 479. South is blue. And the other two are red. It's a 2-to-1 cap. Look at this. X-File is pushing deep in enemy territory here. Doom Bolt trying to finish off that Sentinel. Very nearly did. Stone needs to move this thing. Very nice idea. Guardsmen in retreat. No melee combat on retreat from X-File or Raffa. 432, 479. These Chaos Space Marines need to be very careful. Need to find some cover. Don't lose a model soon. Pibb with spotters as well. Interesting build. Double Guardsmen, Catechins, spotters. Dark Riku with some heavy weapon squad on the field, and some more Noise Marines for Raffa. Double CSM and Noise Marines. Might be nasty, but could struggle against early vehicles, and improvised explosive goes off right on the Noise Marines' faces. And here we see that Sonic Blast does such awesome area of effect damage, and it disables ranged weapons. Catechins closing for melee, and there is Cacophony. Catechins would be very dangerous in melee combat versus Noise Marines with those power melee weapons. Got countered nicely by Cacophony, and they didn't lose a model, those guys. 420, 474. Some Nurgle worship here for Raffa. He does have an aspiring champion and grenade launchers on his heretics. A lot of power spent on his heretics early on. Needs to make it worthwhile. There's a smoke shell on those Havocs. Nicely done by Pibb. Those guys forced off though. Got set upon by a double CSM and a Plague Champion. And Noise Marines. That is such a nasty ranged force that Raffa has, backed up by Naga Worship in cover. That could be very nasty. Noise Marines need to fire here. There we go. Gonna get stomped though, are they? There it is. No commander around to tie up these Noise Marines, it seems. Big firefight. Who's gonna fold first and retreats? Sentinel might go down here, I think it will. Yes, down it goes. That was Riku's. Cannot get any cover benefits for Sentinels, of course, since they are vehicles. Heavy Weapon Squad forces off that little blob though. Good little push from Raffa, but was it worth it? Did he lose any models there? He lost a Chaos Space Marine and a whole bunch of Heretics. There's a lot of reinforcing to do. Heretics reinforce for 13, but when you have to reinforce 8 of them, it does pile up. 420, 415. Imperial Guard decapping the northern victory point. Could get a 2-to-1 hit. Sentinel cannot cap, so leaves it to the Catechins while being repaired. Spotters back at base for Pibb. Center. Kicking off. Havocs will set up and get one burst which suppresses that blob. And now the Heavy Weapon Squad needs to wait to reload for a very long time since they are suppressed. These Chaos Space Marines down to 2 models. They do have a turn of war. Here comes the Chaos Lord, who of course cannot be suppressed. You can use him to counter setup teams very well, especially when you combine him with Mark of Khorne, Khorne Worship. 401, 413. He does have his combi flamer again, which is so awesome versus Guardsmen as you chase them around. Needs to be careful here. Catechins could force melee on him and take him down, but they do not. I think they were waiting for him to retreat because he just would have used Kill the Weak, and down he does go. Improvised explosive goes off. Noise Marines taking the garrison, a bit of a dilapidated garrison with under half of his hit points, as you can see there. And it's Noise Sonic Blaster going off on those Catechins. 353, 415. Commissar Lord trying to smack on a garrison. Go and tie up some Chaos Space Marines. There we go. Holy Brazier used the Holy Fire on that garrison, which does decent damage when you're inside a building. 340, 413. Some mines dropped, which suppress the Chaos Sorcerer. He's going for Robes of Torment queued up in tier 2. Double Havocs for Tyger. You might see double autocannons. The Inquisitor in amongst his Chaos Space Marines, kicking ass with that Holy Brazier. Takes out a model, got a really nice special attack there as well. Can she get another one? Hammer of the Witches maybe? Boom. Couldn't quite manage it. Commissar Lord is going for the Power Fist for Stoned again. Did very well with it in the last game. 340, 400. Chaos are taking mid. Have a single cap. Double Havoc setting up. Noise Marines were trying to hit power there, I think, from Raffa. Has some Plague Marines. No war gear for the Plague Champion in the first game, and no war gear yet either. 385, 340. A double cap for Chaos. The Chaos Lord and the Chaos Sorcerer both down. There's a Basilisk Flare from one of the Commissar Lords. That's one of his global abilities. A very annoying one it is, reducing your range by half. And they're getting very close to this Heavy Weapon Squad, which is going to be outnumbered here, I think. Is this a Manticore strike? That could be very nasty. It is spotted in time, and everything retreats out. So reasonably long retreat as well, so could they come back and cap mid here? Plague Champion level 2, Inquisitor level 2 with that Holy Brazier going after those Havocs. Misses the special attack. Here come the Plague Marines of Raffa. Forcing melee on the Heavy Weapon Squad, doesn't want it setting up and shooting that Heavy Bolter. Here come Plague Marines as well, needs to be careful. Taking lasgun shots. Manticore is there, backing off. 340, 346, a full retreat here for Riku. Needs to get that Manticore safe. Pretty good map for Manticores, I think. 340, 339. You can sit in the mid and hit all 3 victory points, I think, with a Manticore. Plague Champion getting buried on hit points, uses his Breath of Nurgle Also has Armor of Pestilence, and he's getting a very late Bile Spew here. Obviously trying to make his Plague Champion very tough so he can survive long enough to get close to use the Bile Spewer. But that might be a bunch of wasted power from him. Might find it difficult to make that work at this point. 340, 316. Chaos Space Marines in retreat. These guys do have their Aspiring Champion, and the Power Fist takes down a Chaos Space Marine there. 340, 309. Autocannon is up for Tyger, and he has double autocannons in fact. Here comes the Commissar Lord. There's a flare, nicely done, and ties up one of the squads, takes down a model quick time, sent flying. 340, 307. Chaos Space Marines trying to decap. In fact, they do decap. Commissar Lord now in retreat, is he? Yes, he is. 336, 307 has stubbornness. What does Pibb have? Nothing at the moment. Level 1. Every weapon squad setting up. There's a bunker, a medical bunker, I would think. Ogren's on the field for Pibb. Look how much stuff he's got. Catachun's double artillery spotters and Ogren's. I don't think they have their tier 2 upgrade yet. They don't have a plus icon anyway. Here's Raffa's little blob. There's not a lot of cover around in this area. Big Manticore strike wipes out a Havoc squad instantaneously. Wow, with a single rocket there. 299, 307. There's some noble worship, but Raffa's going to need to get the heck out of there. 289, 307. Imperial Guard now looking strong in tier 2. They have a double. Chaos Lord is capping south. All of his stuff back at base, and now some power harass from the Imperial Guard. Plague Marines being very, very risky here. Raffa trying to get in for some Bile Spewer action, but gets Hammer of the Witches in his face. Plague Marines now in retreat. Plague Champion now in retreat. 258, 307. He needs to use Noxious Cloud surely in this game. I didn't see it once in the last game. There's a 1-to-1. Ogren's decapping south. Pibb is there. Manticore has a quarter of his XP bar already, and Chaos are taking north thanks to X-File with some Tzeentch worship. Double Marco Tzeentch, Chaos Space Marines and Noise Marines. No sign of a Blast Master yet, which I think would be good. Or would it, with the Manticore around it? Can be sometimes difficult to justify setup teams when a Manticore is on the field. Always a huge risk. Take your eye off it for a second. 239, 307 like that. That time Tyger wasn't paying attention and gets it out of there. 236, 307. 2-to-1 cap for Imperial Guard. Here comes X-File pushing. He's alone though. This is going to be nasty. A huge, huge blob of guardsmen in the center. Look at this. That is some crazy firepower. If they all get plasma guns and commissars, that's going to be nuts. Yep, X-File calling out the blob. And they need to push as one now, the Chaos players. Raffa has Plague Marines, so does Tyger. He's replaced the Havocs he lost. Has double autocannons again. Needs to, I think, either get the Maul or the Lightning Claws and shred those Ogren's, because Bleeding Guardsman is not really doing anything unless you're wiping squads. 218, 307 Manticore strike on the Havocs, almost wiped them again. These heretics with 2 hit points get away. Chaos Lord pushing through. Big retreat there from, I think that is Pibb, yes. Big retreat from Raffa. Why did he retreat? I'm not sure. 214, 307. Plague Marines from Tyger trying to force melee on Catachans. The other Catachans shotgunning them in the face and knocking them back and suppressing them, and they retreat out. Chaos are not working as a team here. South is blue. That's a Blast Master in the garrison. Turns it into this artillery piece. I think this is DJ Raffa's. Now repositioning to try and hit this Commissar Lord, who has the Emperor's Wrath on the way for Pibb. Taking a lot of damage though, and needs to retreat out. 191, 307. Ogren's now in retreat, putting some pressure on the generators. This one very nearly went down. Manticore strike on the garrison. Another big risk when a Manticore is around, is using garrisons and it wipes out those noise marines. Wow, 183, 307, big firefight here. There is Chains of Torment from the Robes of Torment, and we do have Icon of Tzeentch up. Big. Wow, Holy Pyre into a Hellfury Strike. Beautiful combo from Dark Riku. And all of this stuff is forced off. 172, 307, a 2-ton cap for the Imperial Guard. Looking quite strong. Raffa is tier 3 though. Tyger also has a lot of resources. Could get a Dreadnought up. 165, 307. X-File also going tier 3. No, he's going for some Raptors. Look at the amount of requisition the Imperial Guard players are floating here. 158, 307. Raffa seems to be giving up. Heavy Weapon Squad is setting up. Improvised Explosive goes off. What was that? Was that a Incendiary Shell? That was awesome. Chaos Lord closing in, trying to tie something up. Needs to tie up that Heavy Weapon Squad, I think. Another Basilisk Flare. Those things are so annoying. How much red are they? I think it's 125 or something. Might even be 100. The Bile Spear getting close. I don't think this thing has really paid off. Pestilence Fist and Icon of Nogel I think would have been way better. Get in and stun everything, and there is the concede from the Chaos team, and in my opinion that is a premature concede. They were under pressure, but so were Imperial Guard in the first game and they didn't give up. Raffa was tier 3 with a lot of resources. Look at this. Ooh, almost had enough to get a great and clean one. 50 more power, would have had one. Tyger was tier 2 with a lot of resources. Raptors just hit the field. I think they should have fought on. You never know what's going to happen, especially when you have Noxious Cloud and Let the Galaxy Burn and Icon of Tzeentch around. Could have absolutely massacred something in one engagement and come back, but they did concede, and Imperial Guard take the second game, and now it's 2-0 in the series. I will see you in the third game, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.